got some news from the NWA. And no, I'm not talking about the rap group. I'm talking about the National Wrestling Alliance. I'm sure you guys are aware that Billy Corgan, a few months ago, purchased the NWA. And I'm not sure if you're aware, but there was actually an NWA World Heavyweight Championship match between the champion, Tim Storm, who is a 52-year-old history teacher. He defended the belt against Nick Aldis, a.k.a. Magnus from TNA. Now, I saw the match. It was on their Facebook page, on the NWA's Facebook page, and I thought it was okay. Definitely not a match of the year candidate. Definitely not an amazing match. And it's not because the champion is a 52-year-old man, because if you've actually seen Tim Storm in the ring, for a 52-year-old man, he can go. And I'm actually glad that he retained the championship against Magnus. Now, I'm not a big Magnus fan. I really never cared for him in TNA. I honestly thought that he was nothing special. I still think that he's nothing special. And actually had a feeling that Tim Storm was going to retain the championship because just having Magnus win the title would kind of make it seem that Billy Corgan is just trying to recycle TNA into the NWA. But by having Storm retain, and it was a clean finish, by the way, there was no shenanigans. It was a clean pin. He retained the championship. And although it might seem strange that a 52-year-old man retains the championship over a 31-year-old Nick Aldis, it's still something original. Tim Storm is an NWA original. He's been on the independents for many, many, many years. He's been... he did spend some time in WWE, but as a jobber, he didn't really do anything in WWE. And he was, he wrestled a few times in multiple promotions, but nobody ever gave him a chance. So last year, he became the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion. So his reign has been way over a year already. And you know what? Billy Corgan could have said, you know what? We're going to start from scratch. We're going to strip everybody from the titles. We don't care about continuing the NWA. We're just going to start from scratch. And to an extent, he has done that. He pretty much got rid of the whole territory system of the NWA that they are known for having, which, in all fairness, is something that should be done. The whole territory system has been antiquated for at least 30 years, ever since Vince McMahon made pro wrestling mainstream. So kind of having the NWA as a promotion instead of being a territory system that they were back in the 50s, 60s, 70s, obviously that doesn't work anymore. So it's a good thing that they're getting rid of the territory system, but they also decided, okay, we're going to keep the championships on the current champions. So I feel that what they're going to do next, and I'm not sure, I'm not certain, I don't know what's going in the head of Billy Corgan and Dave Lagana, the people who are running the NWA. I have no idea what's running through their heads, but I have a hunch that they're going to try to do something. I'm not sure how soon it's going to be, but after they build up the World Heavyweight Championship to a level that they're comfortable with, they're going to go for the Women's Championship next. And in case you don't know, the current NWA Women's Champion is Jazz, a former WWE Women's Champion. And obviously that was a long time ago, and she's obviously up there in age now. She's in her mid-40s, and for a women's wrestler, that's a pretty rare feat. It's very rare that you see a female wrestler wrestle above the age of 40. Maybe it's because most of them just want to retire early and be able to start a family and do all that stuff, and they don't want to wrestle the rest of their lives. You know, being a female wrestler is pretty hard. You have to give up so much. You have to sacrifice so much for your career. Women do that already. But imagine being a female athlete. It's hard. And I'm not too sure what Jazz's story is, but I have a feeling that they're going to build her up as well. Do kind of what they did with Tim Storm. Somebody who's way past their prime, who wants one more shot at glory. You know, people try to use their age against them. So I feel that they're going to try to push the same thing with Jazz. I know it's probably going to be a while, like way down the line, because first they got to build up the championship, then they got to have some kind of deal. It doesn't have to be television. It could just be on their YouTube channel or something. But they got to do something to build the NWA brand up. And they have to do that before they move on with the tag titles and the women's title, or junior heavyweight title, whatever title it may be. But I definitely see that on the horizon for the NWA. But yeah, Tim Storm retains, and Billy Corgan has said multiple times that he wants the NWA to kind of cater towards a younger audience, like 15 to 25-year-olds. So eventually they're going to drop it to a young guy that we've probably never seen before, that's not a WWE reject or a TNA reject. I'm not sure who that guy can be and when this will happen, but I can't see Tim Storm holding onto the belt for much longer. And it's not just because of his age, but as talented as he may be, he doesn't seem like face of a company material to me. And again, even if he was, how much longer would he have in the tank? But we'll see what happens.